everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Tunnel Vision. I'm your host, Ryan Abraham, joined alongside Mr. Triple Double, Connor Morrissette. We got a very special guest, thanks to House of Victory, USC sophomore linebacker Desman Stephens joining us here remotely, back home in Michigan. How you doing, Desmond? A little time off now for you. Get some time off. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, just been great to get home. Been chilling with the fam, so it's been great to be back.
Nice. Yeah, finals done. Back home visiting family and get back out here and get rolling again, getting ready for the 2025 season. So, as usual, these interviews brought to you by the House of Victory. So, we really appreciate their support. I'm going to put their QR code up there if you want to donate to House of Victory to support the USC student athletes. You can do that there. And I put up the new campaign is called The Place to Be. There's the QR code there. But Desmond, I wanted to start off talking about you, some of your experience. I know it started off with the fire victims, helping the fire victims early in January, but you've done a bunch of other charity work with House of Victory. What's that been like for you this year?
It's been great to really just have the opportunity to give back to the community that supports us. So yeah, when that tragedy struck with the fires, it was great to get over there and prepare some supplies for them. And then some other experiences we were doing. We went to Angel City Adaptive Fitness, so we were helping adaptive athletes kind of change their workouts to fit best with their whatever they had going on with them. So that was great to do that, and it was high energy. It felt really nice to do. And then also we just had the Dream Center lunch service where we served about 500 people, served and prepped lunch for them. So it's honestly been great to just learn how to do all these different tasks and things and also be able to give back at the same time.
I think we talked to Keyshawn Silver last time, and he was doing some of the wheelchair basketball, trying out. Did you get to try that out at all? Was that he said it was really hard, I believe.
I wish I got to try that one. It looked fun. All my boys got to.
Nice.
Awesome. Yes, well, Desmond, keep up the great work there. So, as Ryan mentioned off the top, you're home in Michigan now. You got a couple weeks off before the summer starts and the grind of the off season really begins, and then, of course, heading into the season. Doing anything fun these next couple weeks? What do you got planned at home?
Honestly, probably just get away. Obviously, still got to stay in the weight room and stay up to date on sprints and stuff sometimes. But it's also time to chillax and get around my people, get around my family, friends, and just vibe out in Desmond outside of football.
Let's go back to when you committed to USC. It was late in the process, and you were committed to Boston College before. USC, their defensive staff had been going through some turmoil, but you stuck through and signed with USC. Can you just describe your recruiting process and what led to you signing with USC so late in the process?
I would say just committing early, and then ultimately deciding to open up my commitment before my senior year. Just gave me the opportunity to just play my senior year and kind of think about what I want to do a little further. Then USC came in the picture during my senior year, so just growing that bond and growing that connection with them. I got to get out here. Family got to get out here, so when it all came down to it, I mean, USC checked all the boxes that I wanted and needed, so it was best to commit here. So that's what I did.
Before you came on, I was looking. There was a tweet that I was tagged in, and it was the son of Brian Odom. I'm blanking on his name, but I don't know if you guys remember. But do you know what that one is, Connor? Sorry. But so we were like, oh, Brian Odom, former USC linebacker coach, and we were looking at the timing of when the sort of like Alex Grinch staff was going out and other people coming in. Were you being recruited primarily by like Brian Odom before Matt Entz ended up coming in? And was he your primary contact, or was it more like a Matt Entz kind of thing?
I would say ultimately it was more like a Coach Riley type of thing. So
okay.
I was getting recruited a lot by Coach Riley, which is definitely different. Again, I would say recruited heavy by the head coach. you don't get that at a lot of the places. But really, just he said he had a plan. Like he knew what he was doing, and just putting my trust into him. I was whoever they brought in. I knew he was gonna bring in a good guy for me, and obviously he did that with Coach Entz, and then was Coach Rabo. So I mean, just trusting him throughout this whole process has been great, and that was probably my main coach.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so it was Ben Odom. So Ben Odom's a class of 2028 quarterback, but it's Brian Odom's son. So just kind of getting that there. That it does make sense though, because, and Connor, you probably remember this, when we were, I think it was signing day, we were asking Lincoln Riley, like, hey, some of the guys that maybe aren't as well known, and he mentioned your name as someone that could be a standout, and then he let us know about it. I think last year, he's like, remember I told you guys we like Desman Stephens, and you played in all the games last year. So Lincoln Riley called that one, so it makes sense that he was on you, recruiting you.
Yes.
Yeah, and now slated to have a huge role. Desmond, for you, so you played some receiver in high school. You played defensive back. You were a star on the basketball team. But looking at what you did before getting to USC, linebacker's not on the list. What has that transition been like for you? And to me, it kind of seems like you're a guy who, like, you're just a natural. You had that interception against Penn State, and you look like a defensive back, but we know you can hold your own at linebacker. I don't want to say the transition's been easy, but you've made it look really easy. When did you know you were going to be a linebacker, and what was that transition like?
I would say, like, during my recruiting process, obviously was a bigger DB, even when I was like a sophomore in my sophomore and junior year. So sometimes with maybe on the road, coaches and other players would be like, maybe go like they can see me being a safety, and then like sometimes people would be like, you might be a linebacker, might be an athletic linebacker, and at first it was like, man, I don't really want to be a linebacker, but then after thinking about it, I feel like I could affect the game just closer to the line and use my athletic ability that I have at DB and more just way closer to the line, so I can affect in more ways.
Is there a different mentality playing, linebacker compared to maybe defensive back? Did you feel like you needed a different mentality to play that position?
Me personally, I would say no, because I like to hit. I love to hit. I would say ever since I was little. I've always loved defense. I would say defense over offense if I had to pick. So, when it comes to hitting and that physicality piece, I always like to bring that anyway when I step on in between those lines. So I would say just being at linebacker is that you definitely have to use it more, but the competitiveness is going to always be there no matter where I'm lined up.
Last season, Easton Mascarenas-Arnold was instrumental in when Coach Lynn would call the plays. I think Akili Arnold had the green dot, but then Easton would help get the front all set up. Is that a role that you've been going through in spring camp? Is that going to be something that you're doing in the fall, or has that been by committee? Just who's filling in for Easton doing that? Is that you?
I would say, our mics have to be the vocal point of the defense and our whole backer group in general. So we all try to talk and use our voice this year, no matter who it is, to be honest. And about the green dot, we're trying different options during the spring, so we're still all figuring that stuff out. But I'm sure in season we're gonna have the guy to do that for the green dot.
We mentioned up top Rob Ryan a little bit, and it seemed like Matt Entz came in last year and really did a good job coaching you guys up, and then he becomes the head coach at Fresno State. Now you get Rob Ryan, like, crazy personality. What has it been like working with him? It just seems like he's a blast out there.
Yeah, it's been great. Everything you guys see on the media out there is really authentic to his character. He stays true no matter where he is or what screen or what room he is in. So I would say, it's great having that type of energy and that type of person around you. But also on the football sense, obviously he's been doing this forever. So he helps us play free. He helps us see things and make the game slower. And it's been definitely a great addition.
When we spoke with Jaden Walker, Des, he mentioned how you two have gotten very close, both coming from Michigan, playing the same position. What's led to you guys having that bond, and what are your expectations for him this season?
I would say, yeah. Maybe it's being brought up from Michigan too. But yeah, we definitely click. It's just some people you just click with in life, and that's definitely us. So I would say we like the same things and we are interested in the same things. So we push each other to our limits. And I've really big things planned for Jaden this year. I hope to see him like grow into the player I know he can be, and he's been definitely showing that in spring practices. So I hope he gets to showcase that in the spring. I mean, in the fall.
Eric Gentry out there with you. What's it been like working with him and you kind of growing as a player last year with him alongside you?
I would say EG is definitely a high energy man. He has a contagious spirit, so when he's in a room, the room lightens up a little bit. So just having that type of person around the locker room definitely helps, and especially when he's in your position group, it helps the whole flow and it helps being a player way easier. And then football wise, I mean, he's a freak, so it's great to just have that person that can play instinctual with you next to you, and I think we're gonna do great things in the fall.
Desmond, you're a younger guy, but so often through the recruiting process, and then when a player gets to school, the expectations differ from the reality. And I feel like with you, you're on the track that Lincoln Riley projected out, where first year you'll come in, you'll play a little bit, and then second year you'll be one of the leaders of the defense, and that's what you project to be. What's led to you to have this success, and just how nice is it that this path was laid out to you and you're following it, when in this sport so often we see guys stray off their paths all the time?
I would say just trying to, in the whole process, just trying to find people that I trust and that I want to be around as I grow as a person and as a player, and then find a scheme that like I like and everything, and a scheme that I trust for me to grow in the future. So just finding that and staying true to that and trusting that. I mean, there's no need to waver. It's going how I planned it to go and how we planned it to go as a family.
You got to go through spring football. Now you got get a little break after finals and everything. Did you have any kind of goals for yourself? What you wanted to accomplish in spring, and how do you feel you did from the spring practices?
I would say over the spring, just trying to get better every day. Whether it's just a little thing, a little minor footwork, or little minor just eye placement, just trying to get better every day. And I feel I definitely did that during the spring, and our whole group and whole defense and team in general, just making those little strides, finding a way to get better every day in the spring. So I think I did that, and we definitely did that because that was a big focal point. And yeah, another goal was probably just to continue to build my voice as a leader, and just continue to keep talking to my boys and keep going with that role.
This is now the second year of the Danton Lynn defense at USC. I know you haven't played a game yet, but what is different about the defense for this spring compared to what it looked like last season?
I would say more players just have an experience with the scheme. So when that happens, we don't have to start from like where we were going into the season last year. We can start with a year under our belt, and that just helps us fly around even more. And we can get even more stuff in because we already have a great base. So I mean that's the biggest help for me. And then we also, now that we've seen how it's went last year, we know what to get better and what we need to do better this upcoming season. So
Any of the players on offense, maybe like the running backs you would go against in drills, anyone kind of stand out to you that you thought like, wow, that guy had a really nice spring football session?
I would say it's kind of like it's kind of hard to just like pinpoint one player because like some days somebody will pop out and have a great day, and then another day, and so let's talk names. Another day, B-Jack will pop out, have a great day. Another day, Eli Sanders will pop out, have a great day. Another day, Wayman will pop out, have a great day. Another day, like all our backs, I feel have their days. Like the whole group, including the walk-ons, have their days where they go crazy. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint one player, but they definitely have their days where they just pop off.
Desmond, with you, obviously the USC coaches have been instrumental in your development, but how about whether it's family, whether it's high school coaches, trainers back in Michigan, who's helped shape you to put you in this position to be a real leader and be a real contributor for USC this fall?
I would say just kind of how just being brought up. I like to say like an ecosystem. Like I have obviously my intermediate family, which have a big role, but I feel like it's more than that. So obviously all the aunts, uncles, family, friends that have shaped me into the person I am today has all really just contributed to what I am today.
The linebacker group, you talked about Eric Gentry and stuff. That you guys look like the two front runners to be the starting guys there, but maybe some of the other players in that room that USC fans aren't as familiar with. Anyone you want to kind of talk about that's playing that linebacker spot that has an opportunity to have a good season this year?
Okay. Well, like I was alluding to earlier, we were talking about Jaywalk. So Jaywalk definitely can have a big role this upcoming fall. I would say Tone Beeves. He's definitely a name that people should know, but if they don't, he should definitely be known this season. We have a bunch of players, Garrison Madden. We have Cheese, which is Roman Marchetti, who can go make some big strides on special teams. So I feel like our whole backer group should contribute this upcoming year, whether it's on the defense or on special teams. And it should be some big things for the fall.
What are your personal goals for the fall, Desmond? Anything you hope to accomplish?
I would say just lead this defense and try to push everybody to go to the place that I know we can go. If we do that, we really all go eat, because if we all doing that, we all working together, just doing our job, then the whole defense is gonna run smoothly, and we're all gonna have some pretty good seasons.
We had some questions submitted from fans on the Peristyle, our message board. You mind taking a few of those, or are you cool with that?
Yeah, we can take some
Nice.
questions.
Trojans up. How big was the jump from high school to college games, speed-wise and practice-wise?
I would say the biggest jump is the size of the O-line, D-line. They definitely they're just way bigger. But skill position wise, I mean, everyone's quicker, but obviously like you have all that training leading into it, so you get quicker and stuff, so you adjust after a little while. But I would say it definitely takes some practices to just get adjusted, but once you just got to believe in yourself and know that, I mean, it's football at the end of the day, so you just got to play.
OG Trojan 109 wants to know, what NFL linebacker do you model your game after?
I would say I love the way that Fred Warner plays. I like his tenacity. I like how he approaches the game, and he just goes relentless every play, even plays where he doesn't have to. So I would say I like to put some of his parts in my game. I like to just watch older backers from back in the day, see how they just fill those holes, and just try to. It's kind of like a multitude. I wouldn't say it's just after one player, but just kind of trying to add whatever they were good at and add those little bits and pieces into my game where it can fit.
I think Fred Warner just got a big contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they just signed up. Yeah. Excuse me. Gerard always talked about recruiting, like, hey, USC should have recruited Fred Warner. So that's a feather in his cap. Or like they didn't eat. Anyway, Crown City wants to know, where have you seen the most significant improvements on the field and in the weight room?
And myself?
Yeah.
I would say just on the field, just like striking, getting off blocks, engaging blocks, slipping blocks, just knowing how to dismantle them, and during the situations, just how to use my IQ to my best like advantage. So I would say like now I'm recognizing when they're in this set, they can run this play, this play, this play, and just more analyzing and using my IQ to my advantage.
This just
And
popped.
then in the weight,
sorry,
oh, my
Desmond, go
bad.
ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
Yes, sir. But in the weight room, I would say just adding to my honestly just adding to my frame and my overall strength, just trying my best to get better in all like legs and upper body.
Are you like in the
everything core.
230 range now, or what's your?
Yes.
Is that kind of where you
Yeah.
want to be?
Yeah, I mean, we constant with our strength staff and nutrition staff to see where that number should be, but right now we just fine with where we at.
This has been in the news a lot. I don't want to ask you about the future of the Notre Dame game, but as a USC linebacker, what does the Notre Dame rivalry mean to you?
I mean, obviously, when you get here, you learn quickly how even before you get here, really, you learn how like big that rivalry is. But especially when you get here, you learn how fast that rivalry is, and it's honestly just it's a big game because all that history they've been playing since really the beginning of it all, almost. So. Just having all that built up animosity, and you can definitely feel it when you play against them. It's definitely we don't like each other at all. So, but you can really like feel that on the field and in the stands in the crowd. So you don't feel that with a lot of games. So I would say that's the biggest thing.
Good one. Defib for life. What have you learned from Rob Ryan?
I mean, I think if I just sat here and stated everything I learned from Rob Ryan, we would be here all night. But I would say the key things he just teaches me like about the game of football, all the little facts that I just didn't know, and all the like little statistics on certain things. And I would say that's also like building my IQ, like I was alluding to earlier. Just he's been a big contributor to that, and yeah, I would say that's the main thing.
This was already asked a little bit, so maybe you're repeating yourself. But SO California wants to know who's your best friend on the team. Maybe it's Jaden, maybe it's not. And what do you like to do in your spare time off the football field?
I would say, yeah, I wouldn't be able to just like say one person is my best friend, but we definitely have a group of guys where we love hanging out with. So I would say like Eli Newby, Cameron Fowler, and Jaden Walker, of course. My boy Gallegos, Marquise Gallegos. I mean, it's a bunch of us, like a bunch of our group that came in together. We stay really close, all of us. So, all of those guys and stuff I like to do outside. I mean, I like to be in nature. Like I like to go on walks, go see stuff. I like to play the game. I like to hang out. I like to just have a good time and live in the moment, to be honest.
Nice. All right, Trojan Kevin, have you seen a change in special teams opportunities this offseason at spring practice compared to last summer and fall? And what special teams unit would you most want to be on if you could only be on one?
Well, for the first question, I would say there's been I would say like our emphasis on our special teams drills has definitely went up. Like our intensity and kind of like some of the drills we do have changed a little bit, and I think that's benefited because like people are attacking them just like if it was like offense or defensive period. It's not like people are taking them serious. And if I can only pick one special team to be on, I would say probably punt return to just, I want to go block one. So go block that punt if we get a punt block, or maybe just block somebody for a touchdown. That would be a good feeling. So punt return.
I love it. Optimus Prime Rib wants to know, have you noticed a difference this spring in how the defensive tackles are getting off blocks, and just have you noticed a difference with the defensive line at all?
Yeah, the defensive line has been great this spring. Honestly, just in every aspect on the field, the gaps are getting shut down, and they're doing their job with that. They're getting extra work in as a group, and then off the field, they're together. They're eating together. They're going out to eat together. Because they're big. They love to eat. That's why I said it twice. But all aside, they're doing all the little things right and trying to build that group for sure.
66 Trojan is a native Michigander, I guess you could say. He wants to know a couple things. Do you miss the snow in the winter? And if you had to choose between a Coney dog, Detroit pizza, or SoCal tacos, what would you choose?
Okay. The snow in the winter. I would say I don't miss the snow in the winter except for those little that little 10-day Christmas period, the 20th through I would say 20th through the 28th is a good period to snow. But other than that, I love my Cali weather. And then I'm gonna go Detroit style pizza.
So
sure.
What is that? It's like square cut, right? Like what's the difference? It's not deep dish like Chicago, but it's like a little thicker and squares.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like I would say it's like a square. It's almost like a deep dish, but it's just like I don't know how to explain it, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like thicker than, it's not like New York. It's thicker than that, but it's also square, but it's not quite a pie like deep dishes. All right. I'm not, I think I've had it a couple times, but yeah. Legit.
Rational Consumer wants to know, do you play NCAA 25? Do you like to play as USC and as yourself? Who are the best gamers on the team? Anything you got on that?
I would say, I love to play NCAA 25. I think it's a good game. I don't play as myself that much. When it first came out, I was definitely playing as myself, but I like to create a player, play on teams and stuff. So that's been cool. And then I would say we had a tournament when it first came out, and I won it, but I haven't played now in a minute. So somebody might have took my spot by now.
So you won the tournament. Who are the best like gamers on the team? You up there or like with some of the other guys?
It depends on the game for sure. We definitely got some different gamers, and we really competitive over that. So, it's been times we stand in the facility just playing the game, tournaments, just seeing who can win. So, whoever I say, somebody gonna have something to say about it. Sure.
Nice. Cool. Do you have anything else, Connor? I think that's we can probably wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's good. Well, thank you, Desmond. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, let me give you the applause. We'll give you if you could do the fight on. We'll give you your solo shot. This is a good screenshot if you do a fight on there. That's good. Yeah. Nice. That's looking great. Well, I think the balloons always come up. I have no idea where those balloons come from.
Are you sure the screenshot button isn't the balloons button?
I'm not doing like a button. I'm just like, when I go to them, I just changed the camera. So I just went here and I asked them to do fight on, and then somehow the balloons show. But they keep showing up. I don't know if it's you say like the word or there's something. I don't know what's going on. This weird software, but it looks good. But we appreciate you taking time off from your downtime. You guys don't get much downtime, but taking some off, we appreciate that. And thanks again to House Victory for setting this up. These have been a lot of fun, and it's great to talk to you. We got a lot of these veteran transfers to start. Now we're getting some more homegrown guys coming through. So we appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck, and everyone. Hope you guys all enjoyed the show, and we will talk to you next time.